Hi, this is Steve Cass with part 4 of some musings on a Facebook post that I saw over the new year, giving various do's and don't tips for how to lead your life. If you listen to the first 2 or 3, you'll hear why I'm doing this. Basically, I'm doing this towards an Open University course that I'm going to be taking later in the year, and would welcome your feedback. So I've got to where have I got to? Yes, number 7. No, I've done number 7. I'm on to number 11. In fact, don't argue. It says. Well, so we've got to this point without having any serious disagreement with what this Facebook post said. Don't argue. Fine. Don't argue just for the sake of it. And of course, you have to judge the seriousness of each situation and the importance of each situation to determine if it's worthwhile arguing or not. But not arguing is how bullies and tyrants get a hold. If it's an important issue and you think someone is talking a load of rubbish, it's incumbent upon you to argue politely. I'm not saying you yell and shout, but if you don't, first, I mean, it can be taken as that you're agreeing with what they're saying. And I'll quote Marcus Aurelius, the great Roman emperor and philosopher. He said, people assume that kindness is the highest good and refrain from acting in ways that are unpleasant, but which nonetheless would be beneficial in a wider sense. So you've got to, you do argue. You have got to argue when it's important and when someone's just talking rubbish. Number 12, get organised. Well, yes, life is certainly a lot easier if you can be organised. There's less time wasted. And there's less frustration, not just for you, but for the people that are on the receiving end of your lack of organisation. It's just better for everybody, you and everybody else, if everything runs reasonably smoothly because you've organised yourself. It does take some organising, though, doesn't it? Life, I mean. I'm not saying it's easy or straightforward. But I think it's something it's worth doing, and as with a lot of things which are not always straightforward, but you want to do, it's about getting into a routine. Picking a time, say in the evening, before you go to bed. Try and make sure that you know what you're doing the next day, in what sequence, how long it should take you. Just basically try and get your thoughts together, ready for the next day. And that's what I try and do. Whether it succeeds or not, that's for other people to say, but I do my best. Thanks very much for listening, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.